Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
He is the greatest shooter man has ever seen.
Steph Curry is now having the greatest single season any player has ever had.
He messed up the game in a good way.
How do you stop this? There is no way to stop it.
Left hand crossovers, fades and fires. Oh my goodness! Curry with another three. The Warriors have a 10-point lead.
I love Steph. He changed basketball.
Steph Curry revolutionized the game of basketball.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yeah.
Steph Curry, a name that echoes in the halls of basketball history. The greatest shooter the world has ever seen, and the man who revolutionized the game of basketball forever. But how did a kid from Charlotte, North Carolina, grow up to change the NBA in ways no one ever imagined? This is the story of Stephen Curry, the man who rewrote the rules of the game. Born on March 14, 1988, in Akron, Ohio, Steph Curry was destined for greatness. His father, Del Curry, was an NBA player known for his sharpshooting. Steph spent most of his childhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, where his love for basketball blossomed. Watching his father shoot threes on TV and in practice, young Steph dreamed of one day playing in the NBA. But dreams don't come easy. Steph wasn't always the player we know today. As a child, he was the smallest kid on the court, often overlooked because of his size.
Like when I was 9 or 10, I was always the smallest kid on my team. You know that scene as a young kid, you see looking around, everybody's got big arms, and you're like comparing yourself to them, and you're like, oh, I'm not there yet.
Even in high school, Steph stood just 5'6" as a sophomore and struggled to make an impact. But being small forced him to develop a unique style of play, focusing on his dribbling and shooting from long distances.
Career.
His big break came during his senior year when he finally hit 6 feet. Leading his high school team to 3 conference titles and earning all-state honors, Steph's talent was undeniable. Yet, despite his success, major colleges weren't interested. He was seen as too small, too weak, and not explosive enough for the college game.
Stephen stopped me right in the middle of the speech and he said, hey, we are not losing this game. And he just said, give me the ball and we will win. So I said, okay, guys, you heard Steph. No more plays. If you happen to get your hands on the ball, just give it to Stephen and get out of the way. So the next minute, I couldn't believe what I saw. He scored 12 points in 1 minute and we went from losing by 6 to winning by 6. And it was something that I will not forget to this day.
Davidson College, a small liberal arts school, was the only one that gave Steph a chance. And boy, did he prove everyone wrong. In his sophomore year, he led Davidson on a magical run to the Elite Eight in the NCAA tournament, capturing the attention of the entire nation. By the time he left Davidson, Steph was a consensus All-American, and it was clear he was ready for the NBA.
For a month, I literally couldn't leave the paint because I couldn't get the strength to shoot it outside the paint with any kind of consistency. So that was what I did. I was a shooter. To not be able to shoot the way I wanted to was really frustrating and kind of had to be patient.
In 2009, the Golden State Warriors took a chance on Curry with the 7th overall pick. But even then, scouts doubted his potential, labeling him as a player with limited athleticism and questionable defense. But Steph had something they couldn't measure: heart and an unparalleled work ethic.
How did you handle the disappointment of those bigger schools not coming after you?
I used it as motivation that summer before my senior year in high school to just play my game. And the right coach and the right college would come and make themselves known that they wanted me.
Steph's early years in the NBA were plagued with injuries, particularly to his ankles. There were whispers that he might become another what-if story in the league. But Steph wasn't ready to give up. With each setback, he returned stronger, refining his shot and working on his game. By 2013, Curry was ready to take the league by storm. That year, he broke the NBA's single-season three-point record, a sign of things to come.
7th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry from Davidson College.
Under coach Steve Kerr, the Warriors unleashed a new style of play, built around Steph's shooting. The Splash Brothers, Curry and Klay Thompson, became the deadliest shooting duo in NBA history. Steph's ability to hit shots from anywhere on the court forced teams to change how they played defense, stretching the floor like never before. In 2015, Curry led the Warriors to their first NBA championship in 40 years. The following season, he became the first unanimous MVP in league history, as the Warriors set a record with 73 wins. Curry's influence was undeniable. Teams across the league began to emulate the Warriors' style, focusing on three-point shooting over traditional post play.
Oh, blocked by James! LeBron James with the rejection! Stutter steps, he launches a three.
The NBA was changing, and Steph Curry was the catalyst. Despite facing setbacks, including losing the 2016 finals after a 3-1 lead and the subsequent arrival of Kevin Durant, Curry remained the heart of the Warriors. Together, they dominated the league, winning back-to-back titles in 2017 and 2018. But even after Durant's departure and the Warriors' struggles with injuries, Steph's impact on the game continued to grow. By 2022, the Warriors were back in the finals, and this time, it was Steph's moment. Leading the team to yet another championship, Curry solidified his legacy as not just the greatest shooter, but one of the greatest players in NBA history. His influence on the game is immeasurable. Today, teams average more three-point attempts than ever before, and the league has been transformed by his style of play. Steph Curry didn't just change the NBA, he revolutionized it. From the smallest kid on the court to a global icon, his story is one of perseverance, skill, and a love for the game that knows no bounds. Steph Curry forever changed how basketball is played, and his legacy will inspire generations to come.